to grant us freedom. Freedom from becoming sovereign. That's what I mean by freedom, to be sovereign in oneself, to have the flexibility to move here, there, or everywhere. Inherent in that is not attaching too much to the material world and even to world events. It doesn't mean don't care. It means watch for where you get hooked. Okay. And because sometimes what that does is it takes us from a position of sovereign, almost being a lighthouse, right? A beacon for others, which is really what the goal is here, to be that beautiful standing beam of light, a beacon. So when we get attached to something that's happening in the real world and we start to get upset by it and we start to what happens to our lighthouse? It starts to dim. Now, if we're standing for ourselves and for a cause, for instance, I am involved with, excuse me, sorry, orphan homes in Nepal, and I have my, a way that I think can help, and been doing that. But if I get too attached to my ideas about how to help, I've noticed things start to go south and I start to dim. So it's a setup, and it's a delicate balance to remain first and foremost as the light beacon that I want to be, and still be able to help or become the beacon for others, but without being hooked. So let's just remember that the 3D world is set up in a dualistic framework. It's yes or no, black or white, et cetera, et cetera. And in that dualism, there's usually a struggle. Who's right? Who's not? Is there a compromise? I don't know. Oh. And that's happening all the time in the material world. And that's how we grow. We choose how we're going to deal with these decisions. What are we going to do? We're going to ring the high bell. We're going to ring the low bell. We're going to play something in the middle. What are we going to do? Sorry. But when we use a technique such as the infinity wave or another technique, meditation, whatever it is, what we do is we open up the ceiling. So now we don't have to be in duality. We can be in the world of yes and, which is more fifth dimensional. It's more, I can hold multiple realities at the same time, not just two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe how many realities can I hold? Because I'm not attaching and hooking into them, I'm going to hold them all and go, oh, that's very interesting. And I have a more objective view. And when we are opened up like that, we get more information about ways to maybe handle these situations. Down here in 3D, there are only so many. But once we pop out, wow. And now we receive our guidance more clearly. And we can operate from a higher vibration, if you will.